The Earth is endowed with abundant liquid water. So much water, in fact, that if all of it was poured on the 50 United States, they would be covered to a depth of about 90 miles. And yet, the fresh water needed to sustain human life is exceedingly rare. Because nearly the entire water supply of our planet consists of salt water, which cannot be directly consumed or used for irrigation. In one important aspect, the behavior of water is steadfast. The total amount of water neither increases or decreases. Virtually all of the water on the Earth today has existed since our planet was created.
The sun. The sun is one of the most important parts of the water cycle. It is the source of the water cycle's heat energy. As water moves through the water cycle, it changes form, from a liquid to a gas and back to a liquid or a solid. Water goes through these changes because it absorbs and releases heat energy from the sun. When liquid water molecules absorb heat energy from the sun, they start to move rapidly. The moving water molecules rise into the air and become an invisible gas, water vapor. When the water vapor rises into the air, it begins to cool. As it cools, the water molecules slow down, get closer together, and turn back into liquid water droplets, forming clouds. If it is cold enough, the water will turn into ice crystals. As the water droplets or ice crystals get bigger and heavier, they will fall to the earth as either rain, snow, sleet, or hail. After the water returns to the Earth's surface, the liquid water will either move through rivers, lakes, and streams to the ocean, become groundwater, or go back up into the atmosphere. As more water rises into the atmosphere, the water cycle continues.
The water cycle has three main parts. Evaporation is when water turns into invisible water vapor and rises into the air. Condensation is when water vapor forms clouds, dew, or frost. And precipitation is when water falls from clouds as rain, snow, sleet, or hail. There's also a fourth part to the water cycle. It's called runoff. And that's when water runs downhill to flow into streams, lakes, or oceans. In the water cycle, we see water's different forms and properties. It can be solid ice that does not change shape, liquid water that moves and flows, or water vapor that floats in the air. The parts of the water cycle can control the climate of cities worldwide. Some places stay warm and wet, while others stay cold and dry. The water cycle is like an engine, and the fuel for it is heat from the sun. The more heat that comes from the sun, the faster the water cycle works.